Hi, today we're going to talk a little bit about fear, the fear that's going on in our culture right now. It's crazy. It's driving us all nuts. We don't really understand what's happening because we're all watching the TV or watching the news feed. I know as one day, as we were watching the craziness with the stock market, I turned to my husband and I said, "What's happening today with the stock market?" And he said, "Of course, I don't know." And I said, "Well, I don't understand, because yesterday and the day before I was getting ding, 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 ding. And today nothing has happened." And what I learned quickly was that the stock market was doing well that day. What science tells us is fear is false evidence appearing as reality. And that's what we need to really be careful of, both you and I, that we remember that these things that actually cause us fear, we need to check. We need to check to make sure that that's actually what's really happening in our lives today. To be able to check and balance that against what I know is true from my past, or what I know is true from my spirit deep inside of me. Is that real? Is that really happening? I would just challenge each of you today, that is, if you get really fearful, if something is really triggering you, that you spend some time going back up a little bit and say, what I know, or what I know about situations in the past that are similar to this, or even reach out and ask somebody, what I know, is that really what's happening to me today? Or is it something that's just causing me to be fearful? I would just say to each and every one of you out there that sometimes our emotions will lead us a little bit astray. So during a time when fear is pushing at us, be able to have the other side of our brain regulate it a little bit. I would just say, as medical practitioners, we know that technically the left side of our brain is handling all this factual information, and the right side of our brain is kind of handling our emotional information. When we're really fearful, our right side of our brain is completely lit up, and we need to be able to balance that with what we know is true and right, whether it's things of the past, things of the present that are actually factual in our lives. We need to be able to slow ourselves down and balance that. Is my thinking and my feeling, in relation to each other right now? Because if they're not, they're going to cause my behavior to do all kinds of things that don't make sense. I would say, if you're dealing with fear today, just slow it down and take a look at the facts. Is that actually what's happening to me today? Or is it something that someone's trying to get me to think might happen in the future? I want to thank you for being with us today. If you are having trouble with a lot of fear in your life right now, I would say please get a hold of your counselor or a medical professional and let them know what's going on, especially if you're experiencing some really negative symptoms. But also remember to check that thought against what's really happening versus what might be something that may happen in the future. I want each of you to be blessed today, and I just want to release peace over your lives. We're going to get through this together. I look forward to seeing you again on the Family Collective.